Hello, hello. I finally bought my mom a ticket. She's finally coming in July. Phew. That's a lot of work. And she really has to start learning English because it's hard to get her a ticket through the airport that might speak Ukrainian or Russian. Yeah, Mom, you have to start learning English. It's important. Yeah. It really is, because otherwise I'm just afraid she will get lost in like huge airports. But we found a way. Woohoo! So mission accomplished for today. I can just rest because that was the biggest thing, like an elephant that I had to eat piece by piece. And I was doing it for like hours today. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. This part is done. One of the rarest moments of me cooking. I do like fried potatoes the way I like it. This is the way how my mom, my grandma fried it. And I think this is the way how you fry it in Eastern Europe. Yeah, then you just add salt, pepper, sometimes pork fat. We call it salo. It's Ukrainian national thing. You can add garlic, like anything. Sometimes I like to add an egg if this is the morning. But my goodness, I love it so much. And it's 11 p.m. and I'm going for a jog. I'm not really like feeling well, but I kind of don't want to break the chain. I read in some book that I think it's like working deep or deep work, something like that. What motivates some people is, I think it was, Seinfeld's secret. Yeah, it was like his secret of everyday work, and he was like, have a great, huge printed calendar on the wall, take a red marker and cross out every day that he worked. And the hardest thing is to have the first few days, and then you just don't want to break the chain of these red crosses. I don't have a huge calendar for running, but I have a really good imagination, and I have my mental calendar in there, and I don't want to break the chain. So even though I'm not feeling well, I still want to try to do maybe like a light jog. I do interval running, so it's not that hard. But I mean, I had a huge break in running, so it still is hard, but not that hard. So we'll see. The lady in the app just said that my workout is complete. Woohoo, I can put another cross in my mental timetable. An observation. Have you noticed that some dogs have this very weird way of running? They start, with a light jog. Then they start galloping like a horse. And then at some point it feels like their butt and their front paws have two parallel trajectories, and the dog kind of like runs sideways but in a straight line. So weird. And I knew the dog who liked to run using just three of his paws. Nothing was injured. That's just what he liked to do. Okay, here it is, ready, and I added some chicken, and this is like the most tasty thing in the entire world. Love it. Highly recommend. So I don't remember if I told you. I think I did. So I bought this course for face massage. Really wanted to do it for a very long time, and finally I bought it. But I was so busy that I didn't have time to do that, and it's just like 60 days access. So now I am trying to do a few in one day so I could catch up, because I have just till end of this month and that's it. And it's fascinating for me how human bodies work. It's just amazing. And it's funny how with our like favorite, for example, positions, you know how women, I absolutely love sitting like one leg on top of the other, and that kind of messes up your posture. And it's interesting how on one side your muscles feel fine, and on the other side it's so freaking painful to massage them and do anything with them. But it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. We'll see where I'll get. But I really love the first two sessions. And I had these, goosebumpy sensations. And it's the favorite sensation. Come on, what can be better than goosebumps? So yeah. I'll see where I'll go. And that reminded me that I used, like before the war, I used to exercise at home, and those were like classes based on, how would I pronounce it? Kinesiology? Yeah, kinesiology, I think. But when the war started, I stopped because the person I took the classes from, she was from Russia, and I can't support anything that comes from Russia right now because the taxes from whatever I purchase will go to finance their war machine. So, but that's a different story. So I stopped. But those exercises also felt so good. And she also had like a section with face massage, and I literally could see like before and after. Or you do like you massage one half of your face and you literally can see how different they are. And then you massage the other part of your face and it kind of like catches up. So finally I found a girl from Florida. I think she's also from Eastern Europe because English is definitely not her first language. But it's that approach that I was looking for, and that's for the face. I still haven't found anyone who does this type of classes here, but I'm looking for it. Now that I go to physical therapy, I understand that they have similar approach, and probably her classes were built on the basis of physical therapy, or physical therapy is built on the basis of kinesiology, or they are just intertwined. But really, this is so interesting how our body works and how you can do, something very easy and it will have this big, big, big effect on your body. Like contrary to what you would do in the gym. Gym is usually associated with something like, oh, you have to lift weights and it has to be hard, you have to work hard. But not always you have to work hard. And sometimes something that is like that you would never think about, like a proper walking, like what muscles have to work in the way you walk, that even like with running there has to be a certain technique in it, otherwise you're just damaging your body. And I'm fascinated by that. Yeah, human bodies are, let's say, very interesting. I used to know a girl who was a scientist, and she was in biology. But what she said, I got another mic. That one died. Okay. So yeah, she was in biology. I don't know where it broke off. So anyway, I used to know a girl who was in biology, and I think what she said is very much applicable to like human or animals anatomy. But she said that about biology. And she said that the more I look into how everything is built, like cells, that everything has its purpose, and like all the organisms are very complicated, the more I think that there can't be no God. Like, meaning like there has to be this mastermind who thought all these systems through, because they're so complicated and everything is so necessary. And if there is something that is not necessary, it just stops being there, stops being part of the organism. That's what the evolution does. And yeah, that's an interesting thought. The more I look at how everything is built, the more I believe in God. That's what she said. We are fascinating. And the nature is fascinating. The world around us is fascinating. Yeah. I'll leave you with that. Have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow.